Hey everybody, it's Diane Gale here from the blog and YouTube channel Sustainable Slow Living, and today we are going to make garlic Asiago potato wedges. This is a steakhouse style potato, and it feels really good to be making this today. I've been doing a lot of sweet recipes for you for the holidays, and it's been tons of fun, but I don't eat that many sweets. So my neighbors are feeling really blessed, but still I ate sweets every day that I was cooking, that I was baking, so it's been too much, and I am into making a dish like this. I love steakhouse style potatoes. They're a thick cut French fry. And I like to use russet potatoes when I make them because they hold their shape really well and they have a great flavor. They're just a really good potato for frying. I buy medium-sized russets. I have pretty big hands. See, they're maybe the size of the palm of my hand. And I use 6 of them. Garlic Asiago is just one of the ways that you can prepare these, but it's one of my favorite ways. The taste of the dish is exponentially greater than the simplicity of the recipe, and that's always a good combination. So for right now, I have a Dutch oven of oil warming over here on the burner to fry these potatoes in. I'm going to get these potatoes sliced up here, and I'm going to show you about how I'm going to slice them. Just want them a little bit thicker than a French fry, and you want to try and be kind of consistent. Obviously, you're not going to be able to be completely consistent because potatoes are different sizes, but you want to try and get the size pretty consistent. As soon as I get all of these cut up and that oil is hot enough to put them in, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put them in there, and I will be back with you at that point because we're going to make a butter garlic blend to go over them when they're done. But I also want to talk to you about this before I go. So we're going to use Asiago cheese, and I really don't know much about this brand of Asiago cheese. It's Belgioso. I don't know. Anyway, it's all that I could get at our little local store here. You can purchase Asiago cheese pre-shredded, and you can use like the Parmesan, the grated Parmesan, the powder for this recipe. But seriously, a fresh hunk of Asiago cheese is the best way to go. I'm going to take this and I'm going to grate it on this fine little cheese grater, and I'm going to grate about a cup of it for this recipe. So I will cut these potatoes, I will grate this cheese. As soon as that's hot enough, I'll get the potatoes in there, and then we're getting back together because I want to show you how to put these potatoes together. These are frying beautifully, you guys. Really beautifully. You're going to want them to be a little golden brown, so they have a ways to go, but they're doing great. So while those potatoes are cooking, I'm going to take and I'm going to start to melt the butter. We have 4 tablespoons of butter here. I'm going to take 3 extra large garlic cloves. I already have them cut in half so that they will be easier to use in the garlic press, and I'm going to press them in this pan. So I like to try to brown the garlic a little bit without burning the butter. If you get it going on high and you get that garlic browning real quick, but stir the butter really fast, it seems to work out. You don't have to try to do that if you're afraid that you're going to burn it. You can just melt the butter on low and just let the garlic infuse into the butter. I feel like browning it a little gives it a little bit of a smoky flavor, and I prefer to do it that way. But like I said, any way will work. You just want that garlic to get into that butter, and you don't want the butter to be burnt because that'll change the way that your potato wedges taste when they're done. And one of the things that I forgot to mention in the beginning of this video that I guess seems silly to me to have to mention in some ways, but that's just because I've been in the kitchen so long, and I know that a lot of you that are watching have too. So it's a basic step. But I also remember that when I was very new, there were things that I didn't think about, even though they seemed like they would be obvious. And that is, you know, making sure that you scrub your potatoes. Just take a good vegetable brush. A vegetable brush is something that you should definitely have in your kitchen. And just scrub them down really, really well before you slice them up. Like I said, it seems a little obvious, but there really may be someone out there who won't think to do that because they don't spend enough time in the kitchen. And the other thing that I wanted to mention to you before I forget is this little tool right here. This little tool right here, right now it's dirty, it has oil on it. I am not even sure what this tool is called, but this is indispensable for frying, especially if you're frying like in a Dutch oven, or I often fry in my wok. So pick one of these up for yourself because you're going to use it all the time. So these are looking golden and delicious. I have a big bowl here that I'm going to use to toss them with the toppings. I put a little bit of paper towel in it to drain some of this oil off of these potatoes. All right, last one coming out. I'm going to turn this off. This always makes me nervous cooking out here with this for the videos because of my dog. All right, so you've got them all in your bowl. You had a paper towel in there. It's definitely absorbed some of the oil. It's actually quite oily. I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to take the butter and the garlic. Pour that right on top. I have about 1.5 teaspoons of salt here. It looks like I'm probably just going to use a teaspoon. And then I'm going to use about 1 teaspoon of, nope, probably 1/2 teaspoon of a ground black pepper. So you can use any pepper. The pepper that you buy in the store is generally a fine grind, like if you just buy a table pepper. I don't like that the best. If you buy a butcher's blend, it tends to be too coarse. If you can find a medium grind pepper, you'll enjoy using it in a lot more recipes. So that's what I'm using in here. And then I am going to toss this a little. Now, I don't have great utensils for this. I feel like all I've been saying video after video after video is about how I don't have this and I don't have that because it's already packed. But the fact of the matter is, that's very true. Just about everything at this point is packed. I have to do just one final walk through the house. And other than that, I'm ready to go. So you just want to get it, you know, reasonably tossed because you're going to toss it again. I have about 1 cup of that Asiago here. I'm going to mix in probably about 1/2 cup of it and toss it. More like flip it. And then I'm going to put in another 1/2 cup. I had a big cup going on. I'm going to leave just a little tiny bit in that bowl so that I can get these on a plate and get some pictures. God, guys, these are so good. I wish you could smell these right now. For real. This is about 6 servings, or 4 or 5 larger servings. We usually don't make this many at a time because that's just too many for us. But there we go. top it with a little bit of Asiago cheese. And then 100% optional, and mostly I am doing it for the picture, but I do sometimes add it on my own too. I'm going to put just a little bit of cayenne pepper over the top. If you like the kick, you'll like the cayenne. And if the cayenne is too much kick, try a little bit of smoked paprika on there. I'm going to put this aside because I'm going to take pictures for the blog with this. Doesn't that look amazing? They smell like delicious. They really do. So, Are you ready, you guys? We're gonna get a taste. Oh my goodness. How can you go wrong with garlic and Asiago? They are so good. Really. All right, you guys. These are fabulous. They're one of my favorite ways to do potatoes. We do them all the time. I hope you're going to make yourself some. And as always, I am so glad that you joined me here today. And you and I are going to get together again really soon.